guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you guys so much for stopping by. So today you guys, we are going to be talking about the Remember Me palette from AmorUs USA, and we are also going to be talking about the limited edition version of this palette, and we are going to be comparing the two. I purchased both of these on JB&E's. I have not swatched either one of them. I have looked at them both, and I just wanted to know, like, what's the difference and why this one limited edition and things like this. So I did a little research on the palette, and this limited edition one has 7 different shades. The rest of the shades are supposed to be the same as the original one, but they switched out 7 shades for 7 new ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch a few from both palettes, and also too, I am going to compare the old 7 shades in this palette to the new 7 shades in this palette, and hopefully if any of you out there are interested in buying it or you were wondering what the difference was, hopefully this video will help you to determine which one would better suit you or which one you would want to purchase. So with all of that being said, before we get started, you guys, please be a dear and go support your girl if you have not already subscribed to my channel. And if you do subscribe to my channel, don't forget to push that notification bell so you'll know every time I upload a video. And also too, leave me comments. I love comments. I always respond. Those of you who know me know that. And hit that like button and share this video, because maybe there's somebody else out there who is on the fence about which one of these palettes to buy, and they don't want to have to do the same thing as me and be just so extra as me and purchase them both. So yeah, let's get into these because I'm super curious about it. I want to see what the hype is and why is this such a limited edition. So yeah, let's get into it. So first, I'm going to start off by showing you both of the palettes. We're going to start with the original first, the Remember Me. And if you look at it, you guys, you can already tell what movie this palette is a reminder of. The Disney movie, or is it Pixar? Same thing, Disney, Pixar, whatever. Coco, the movie Coco, right? You guys can see the little color scheme. Isn't that cute? So, it has a huge mirror. I'm not going to blind you. There's the mirror right there. Super huge. I showed you guys this in a previous video. I showed you guys the inside and all that stuff. But I'm going to refresh your memory and show you guys who haven't seen before. And, so this is the original palette right here. Okay? That's the original. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. Now I'm going to show you the limited edition. So for the limited edition, first things first, it says limited edition right there in like this holographic gold. It's kind of flips from gold to green and all that good stuff. And this one has a mirror on the inside too. But this palette, you guys, yeah, I'm not crazy. I don't want to blind you, but let me just show you. This is the new one. It's way more vivid. And also, too, hold on. I'm terrible at this, my bad. Also, too, this one has a whole different interior. It's super pretty. This has this holographic gold inside, and the other one just has the plain basic blue. So let me just hold them up side by side and let you see the difference. You guys see that? That's the original. And this is the limited edition. Isn't that so cute? So pretty. So like I was telling you guys, the new one has 7 shades switched out. And I'm going to try to see if I can remember off the top of my head, or I can just look and figure it out really quick. I know some of them, but might be 1 or 2 that I don't remember. So for instance, these 2 shades right here. This one is Mood and Bonnie. These 2 purples right here, they took them out. Those are no longer in there. I'm going to show you what they put into the new one. So instead of Mood and Bonnie, they put in these other 2 purples, which are called Surge and Amethyst. And I really feel like they kind of look alike. Surge is just a little bit lighter, but it's Surge and Amethyst. And then what else? Oh, another thing they did, they took out this blue color right here that is called Set Sail, and they switched it out for a black called Noir. Also too, me see. I want to get this right. They took out these two colors. This color, Mellow and Artsy. They took both of those greens out. This is Mellow, that's Artsy. They took them both out and they replaced them with two other greens. And I'm starting to notice they take, like for instance, they took the two purples out, they took the two greens out, and they just replaced them with darker versions, I guess you could say, because the original has that light purple in there, and then they switched it out for like these more deeper purples. So for those two greens, they switched them out for Jade and Plur. So Jade is more like a bluish green, and then Plur is just like a more vivid, bright. It's like a bright, I guess it's almost like an emerald green. Okay. And then also too, there was another one they took out. Let me see. They switched one of the pinks. Oh, no. The orange. So let me show you. They have the original color called Smooch right there. That's in the original Smooch. They took Smooch out and they switched Smooch for just a more vivid orange. I really feel like it's almost the same color. This one is called Lovesick. And they kind of like, well, I guess Lovesick is more of a reddish orange. Smooch is more of a true orange, and Lovesick is more of a reddish orange. Let me see if that's it. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. There's one more that I'm missing because there were 7 altogether. So let me just look. Oh, the last one they switched out. The original had this color called I Love You, or I Love You, however you want to say it, I Love You. That's in the original. And they went ahead and switched it out for this. And I don't like this. I like the original one better, but that's just my choice. This color, which is green, and it's called Maturity. That is a mature ass green, like an old ass dusty green. I'm sorry. Just my opinion. I like the I Love You. And also too, the finish is different on the I Love You. The I Love You is a shimmer and the Maturity is a matte. And I know a lot of people love mattes more than shimmers, but I'm a shimmer girl. Me personally, I love shimmery shades more than mattes. My personal choice. Hey, everybody has their own opinion. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just swatch each one on my hand, each one of those 7 shades side by side, from the old palette and the new palette. So the first one I'm going to swatch from the old palette is called Bonnie. And it's this light purple. And I'll put the old ones at the top. And then I'm going to switch it to the new one in the new palette, which is called Amethyst. And this is Amethyst, the replacement. Oh, wait. That one didn't go across too well. And also, too, the one on the top, the original one is a shimmer and the new one is a matte. So that's Bonnie, the old one, and this is Amethyst that's in the new palette. All right. Next, we are going to look at the purple that is right on top of that, which is called Mood in the old palette. This is Mood from the old palette. That's Mood. Put that on. And then in the new palette, it is called Surge. And that's Surge. It's like a brighter purple. I'm going to put that right on the bottom. Well, this is only the first 2, so let me hold my judgment for right now. But okay, the top one is the old one, Mood, and the bottom one is the new one, Surge. I'm going to go into the greens, and from the old palette, the first green that I'm going to swatch is this color called Artsy. And on the camera, it looks like a minty green, but in my hand, it looks like, I don't want to say a lime green. It's not a lime. It's like a, wow, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm not going to even try because I'll be sitting here grasping for words. So, and this is a shimmer, and that's how that looks. It's a really pretty, like a pastel green. There we go. Like sort of a pastel green, almost pastel green. Okay. And so from the new palette, we have that color that I said was really pretty called Jade, that blue green. Super pretty. And this one is a matte. Let me get another swatch, you guys, so I can make it a little deeper for you guys, because, yeah. All right, so the bottom is Jade, and the top is Artsy. Okay, and up next we have the other greens. Oh, hold on. Okay. Up next we have the other green from the palette, the old palette, excuse me, called Mellow. So this is Mellow. Now this one is more of a lime, but it's a shimmery lime. It's not a matte lime, so it's like a golden, it's sort of, I don't know how to explain it. It's really pretty. It's like a lime green, neon, not lime. Neon, but like golden. Let me just show you guys. Oh, it's a duochrome. Okay. So you guys, this shifts from like a neon green to a golden, like I was saying. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it definitely has a shift to it. Definitely has a shift from that neon green to gold. Oh, that's pretty. Super pretty. Oh yeah, that's a duochrome. Wow. All right, so from the new palette, it has been, let me stop saying the new palette, the limited edition palette. It has been replaced by this color called Plur, P-L-U-R. Not sure what that means, but it's in all capital letters, like it stands for something. So let me know down in the comments if you know what P-L-U-R stands for. Just out of curiosity, because that's the only one that's in all capital letters. And like I said, this one is like a really pretty emerald green. One of my favorite colors. And once again, I have to, these mattes, I don't know, like I keep having to build them up for the swatches, you guys. It's kind of weird, but you know, not all swatches are, you know, great. You can't really count on swatches, but the pigment is really, really vivid, as you can see. It's like staining my fingers. All of the ones from the new palette are staining my fingers, and like I'm working like to have to get them off. Ooh. See, like, oh, I don't like that. Look, it won't come off. Oh man, come on. Okay, there we go. I got it. Okay, that kind of stresses me out. I don't like that. But anyway, we are going to move on now. We're going to move on to the orange and the red orange. So the one from the old palette is called Smooch. And that's the one that I told you is more of a true orange. You guys see that? It's more of a true orange. Oh, that is pretty. Yes, Smooch, come through. Look at that. Ugh. I like that. I noticed it from the old palette too. I'm not going to even lie to you guys, like one swatch, like, and it's just a vivid color. I like that. Okay, so let's see. Now, Lovesick is from the new palette. Look at my fingertips, you guys. Jeez Louise. Shoot. Okay. Lovesick from the new palette. So this is Lovesick, the red orange, and it's a beautiful color, just as much as Smooch. Okay, now that one went on with one swipe. That is the first one from the new palette that went on with one swipe. And it's really pretty and pigmented. Those are both equally pretty. Those are both equally pretty. As you can tell, this one is more red, definitely, and this one is more of a true orange. I like that orange. I'm more of an orange girl than a red girl. But yes, look, they're both super, super pigmented. So that's good. All right. And for the, oh, I forgot to do the other green. I skipped over Olive You and Maturity. Okay, let's do that. Let's do Olive You and Maturity. Let me see if these sting my hands. Okay, so those didn't stain. Maybe it's just the blues and the purples. That might be what that is, you guys, because those came off just fine. It might be just a blue and purple thing, so good. All right, so from the old palette, we have the color Olive You. This is Olive You. Oh, that's so pretty. It's just a metallic-y olive green. Oh, I love that. Yes. Oh, I love that. Why would they switch that out? That's beautiful. They tripping. All right, so that's Olive You, and this is the replacement in the new palette. This color Maturity. I can't get over that name. Maturity. Oh. I don't know how I feel about that color. Those of you who like those mattes, that might be right up your alley, but I cannot with this. Uh-oh. This is another one I have to go back and double, because look, it's not a good swatch, so let me double swatch it. So that's Maturity. I don't like that. I don't. I like Olive You. But hey. All right, so that's the greens. Jeez. All right, and there is that it? I think that might be it, you guys. Oh, no, last one. They switched the blue color set sail for the black noir color. So I'm going to show you guys that, and that should be it. 5, 6, yeah, last one. So this is the blue from the original palette, and it's called Set Sail. And it looks like that. And this is a matte. That's Set Sail. I can't wear blue eyeshadow, just this dark blues, they just don't look good on me. And they switched it out for plain black called Noir. Oh. What? You guys look. Maybe, okay, let me try this again, because I can't even pick it up on my finger. Let me see. Clean my finger really, really good. Let it dry, because it might be oil on my finger. Oh, wow. I'm just going to scrape off the top layer, because it's not, I guess I had oil on my finger or something. I don't know, but okay, I just scraped off the, wow. Let me show you guys what I'm going through right now. Like, this is insane. Let me show you. So that's Noir. And I'm trying to swatch it, and this is what I'm getting from it, and it's looking like that. That's why I'm thinking it's oil on my fingers, so that's why I said let me scrape the top layer. So I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna scrape again, because if this is how this looks, I don't know why they would switch that to this. Let me see. So I just took the whole top layer off, you guys. I just scraped it off. Let me dump it in this paper. Okay, and now I'm going to take a different finger, and I'm going to try to do it again. Wow. Wow. It's not me. It's this. Oh. Oh, no. Look at that black. I tried twice. I'm just going to swatch it for you guys. Oh. Oh, no. The top is the Set Sail, and the bottom is that Noir. Okay, you guys. So that is all 7 shades. I don't even know, honey. I don't know. Okay, so let me tell you. Well, you already know how I feel. I guess you can guess how I feel. I have not tried any of the other shades. All of the rest of the shades in both these palettes are the same shades. They are all the same original shades, right? Those 7 are the only ones that are different. Now, I have to be really honest when I say, I don't like how hard it was to swatch the new ones in the limited edition palette. I had to do double swatches on almost all of them. The only ones that I didn't have to do double swatch on was the orange and red. The rest of them I had to do a double swatch on. So, I don't know what that's about. I'm not sure, but me personally, I'm cool with the original. If you have the original, I don't think there's any need for you to go get the limited edition. I thought the limited edition, I'm really surprised because I thought this one would be better because, I mean, you know, limited edition, 7 new shades. I was thinking, and then when I looked at them, I was just like, oh, these are, you know, deeper. And I mean, and you never know, these are pressed pigments. So on the eye, they may perform differently. They may perform differently with a brush because you guys know swatches are not everything. But as far as those swatches go, I'm not feeling it. But, like I said, they press pigments. You might just have to work them, you know, a whole different way. But me personally, also too, I think I just genuinely like these lighter shades, and also because of the fact that they are shimmer shades. I'm more into shimmers. If you're more into mattes, then you probably want the limited edition one. If you're more into shimmers and you want to just, and they're lighter, I like that too. If you want to keep those, then go for the original. It's up to you. So, with that being said, you guys, that is my comparison of the original and the limited edition, and showing you the swatches of the 7 new shades. And yeah, leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you have either one of these palettes, or if you have both of these palettes, what you think about them and how do they perform on your eye, because I'm curious about that too. I will be doing a look with this one. I'm going to do a look with the original. I'm not going to do a look with this one because I promised this to a friend. I'm going to give this to her. So I'm going to do a look with the original one sometime soon. And yeah, like I said, you can get this on JB and Eves. Don't forget to use the code on JB and Eves, LUCKY10, LUCKEE10, to save 10% all the way through the end of this month. And hurry up because this month is almost over. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, please subscribe, comment, like, and share this video, and I will see you in the next one.